When I was growing up, we were one of those families in the Inland Empire of Southern California that had horses in their backyard. A lot of my time was spent outside taking care of them, feeding, grooming, just being out in nature. Those were good memories, but I also remember how quiet it could be. The open space had freedom, but it could also feel lonely. This project comes from that thought. What if there was a place where people could enjoy a similar connection to the outdoors, the horses, the sky, the wide open land, but in a setting that brings people together instead of keeping them apart? That became the goal, to design a modern, ranch-style retreat that celebrates the landscape but also fosters community. And this design is part of my 50 States, 50 Design series, an ongoing exploration of unique architectural concepts across the United States, and this one brings us to Wyoming. This design is for an Airbnb concept, a ranch-style retreat with a modern lens. It's built not just for solitude, but for community. A place where groups can come together, cook, laugh, gather around the fire, and share the Wyoming night sky. The building will be shaped like a U, with two wings that embrace a central courtyard. On one side, the gathering spaces, the great room, the kitchen, and dining. On the other side, 3 private bedroom suites, each with their own connection to the outdoors, and between them, a breezeway, glazed with folding glass panels that tie everything together. The intention is simple, a social atmosphere, made possible by architecture that frames both intimacy and openness. I started with a simple diagram, a U shape around a courtyard. The courtyard becomes the heart, not just empty space, but a living room under the sky. The left wing is the communal hub, a long, low volume with a stone fireplace warming the space up, big enough for a dozen people to sit around and talk, yet still human in scale. On the right wing, 3 private suites. Each room has a view looking into the courtyard. Guests can step outside at night, hear the fire, and see the stars, but still retreat to their own quiet. And here in the middle, the breezeway. Not a hallway, but a glass room that opens completely with folding panels. When the wall disappears, the boundary between inside and out is erased. Guests can move freely, connecting the wings with a sense of openness. From the sketch, I built the model in Revit. The geometry is simple. 2 wings at 90 degrees connected by a link. The left wing is taller with a pitched roof and exposed trusses, making space for a grand gathering room. The right wing remains low and more private. I carved out the courtyard carefully, making sure proportions felt right. Wide enough for openness, yet still sheltered from the wind. I experimented with roof slopes, overhangs, and wall thicknesses. Thick stone walls on the windward side, lighter glass walls on the courtyard side. As the model took shape, it started to feel like a shelter, a place of protection, but also a stage for social life. The palette comes straight from Wyoming. Weathered timber siding, faded silver gray by the sun. Rough sandstone for the anchor walls. A matte charcoal roof disappearing into stormy skies. Inside, oak floors, plaster walls, and furniture in wool and leather. Not styled for trend, but for longevity. Accessories are minimal: a long wooden table, a stack of books, and woven rugs that reference Western patterns. The architecture sets the tone, the materials give it weight, and the textures make it warm. In renderings, the story comes alive. By day, the courtyard is open and bright, a natural extension of the great room. Guests move from the kitchen, out to the deck, into the courtyard, and back again. By night, the fire pit becomes the center, flames reflecting in glass, laughter echoing against the stone walls, stars emerging above. The breezeway glows softly, sometimes open to the air, sometimes closed against the cold, always a threshold between gathering and retreat. Walking through the retreat, you arrive along a solid stone wall, sheltered from the wind. A narrow entry passage leads into the courtyard, a reveal that shifts from compression to openness. To the left, the great room. High ceilings, a roaring fireplace, a place for meals and long conversations. To the right, the guest suites, each one private, yet connected by the courtyard. Straight ahead, the breezeway. Folding glass panels open up to the fire pit. It's a space that changes with the weather, always tying the retreat together. This is architecture not just as shelter, but as host, a building that welcomes, gathers, and protects. When I was younger, caring for horses taught me responsibility, but it also showed me how quiet, open land can be. This retreat is my answer to that. A way to shape those same wide spaces into something that brings people together instead of keeping them apart. The Wyoming Ranch Retreat is about more than architecture. It's about gathering. It's about creating community around fire, food, and conversation, while still honoring the openness of the land. And this project is just one part of my 50 States, 50 Designs series. If you'd like to see more explorations from across the country, you can find them on my channel. If you'd like to support more projects like this, you can visit my Patreon through the link below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future explorations. And as always, stay curious and design with intent.